that type of drive, anything great in life without that type of drive and determination.
Right. And you go into your, academy for entertainment. I know you saw also a lot of your friends getting it and, like getting on as well, especially while you was at Clark. And I know it probably motivated you even more as well.
I saw that more in high school than I did at Clark initially, because the high school I went to was geared towards, like I said, entertainment. It's the only school in Los Angeles where you can miss a lot of time and your parents would get arrested for it. So it's like we had a lot of just did it normally. So when I got to Clark, it was more so the scheduling on your own, and then no one ever really holding your hand. And I think that that's what made the largest difference for me is the understanding that you have to do you no matter what, no matter where you're at, find the way. Because it was very, very different for me not being in Los Angeles, finding out what the industry is doing in Atlanta, me not being from Atlanta. I guess the only leg up I had, honestly, is that my godbrother, he was playing for the Falcons at the time, Jamal Anderson, the Dirty Bird. So I was blessed to have an in. My god sister was also dating one of a very, very prolific producer named Calfani, who worked with Dungeon Family. So I was blessed enough to be his ex in a lot of sessions and meet Polo the Don. And then, so I was able to see who was really working and really have my own student life at the same time. And then I really found a coexistence and blend between it when I saw a couple people that I went to school with stepping into those rooms at different studios, and we kind of had a special relationship. Like, oh shit, yeah, I know.
Right.
Ended up being dope, and I couldn't be happier with my children.
That's good. That's wonderful. So, okay, you've worked with all these different, producers and writers and entertainers. Who was the best one that you worked with, I would say?
Oh, hands down, top 10, not 10. The most talented person that I've ever worked with is my best friend, Ty Dolla $ign.
I like Ty Dolla $ign. I like him a lot. Is he he's our age?
Man, and when you ask like how did it, like, yes, but that's my brother, and he always made sure he's pulled stuff out of me that I didn't know he did. Always found a way to just when I lost my drive, he was the motivation, or like when it was different things, and I felt like it was too hard. Like, nah, bro, you just tripping. Like, I said, okay, cool. But you gotta have somebody like that standing shoulder to shoulder with you in the trenches. Because there's times when, everybody loses that motivation. Everybody feels like, you falling off or something's going on. He kept me like focused in tunnel vision, and look at where we at.
I see. He came out around the world noticed him around like 2016, I would say 2015. But it seemed like he's been in the game longer than that. Like,
I mean, like, I would say,
yeah, I remember them.
His pops was in that group. So that was even how me and him like really, really clicked, because his father knew my godfather. So it's just kind of like, oh, okay, we came from the same tree. A little different between. So our motivation has always been a little bit stronger. And anytime we wanted to quit, we could. This shit pulled us right.
Yeah, and you saw it work. You know what I'm saying? You saw other people doing it, and that gave y'all even more motivation. Look at you guys now. It's kind of crazy, but it's like if you believe it and you put the work in it, it can happen. It can really, really much happen. So, working with different artists, you've been in the game for a while. You've worked with artists, years ago and now. What are the differences, I would say, that you see from an artist, 20 years ago than an artist now? Because, you remember 20 years ago. So
I was like the level of pressure. Like being able to jump on anything and really do your shit. No matter if it's a techno track, if it's some pop, being able to write anything or for anybody, being able to place yourself outside of your own mind frame and really put yourself in the scope of whatever artist that you're working with or whatever project that you're dealing with at the time, be it your own or working with something else. And whether you feel good, whether you like it or not, whether you agree with that person or get along with them or not, like being able to have that permanent separation is that level. And I think that's what's a little bit different now.
Yeah.
Feel like they're producers. Now, we just got a bunch of young programmers. But not to hate on that, because what I really love is that the internet made everything so different. So I think that now we have a lot more of an entrepreneurial spirit, and for all of it,
right.
Acting is very, very much so